Now, in Good Morning Northwest, hundreds of thousands of federal workers face going without pay again. A Homeland Security shutdown looms as Democrats and Republicans clash over immigration policy. What does this mean for our airports and travel?
And parts of your forecast for this weekend not so rosy for Valentine's Day. I'll help you plan out your weekend.
And parents across Washington face an impossible choice: work or watch their kids. Proposed budget cuts could eliminate child care help for thousands. We have those details. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grinch.
And I'm Robin Nancy. It is Friday, February 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray, who is not too worried about any of that stuff.
Spellbinding.
Matt's ready.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. I ain't worried about it. We have slightly warmer temperatures than we did the last couple of mornings because we do have a little bit more cloud cover that's moved over the inland northwest to start our day. In fact, you can see where the cloud cover isn't this morning as we're down to 29 in Lewiston, where it's cloudier further north. We've kind of hovered around freezing, whereas opposed to this time yesterday when we were well down into the 20s. You can see in our satellite picture here that cloud cover, especially the high cold clouds sitting over Kelowna this morning. All of that going to be spreading across the inland northwest as we go throughout the day. And it is bringing a little bit of rain to western Washington and the Cascades. Now, some of that is going to end up in our neighborhood, but it's going to take most of the day to get here, so it is going to be a dry Friday. As we head into Friday evening, that's when we are going to be on the lookout, however, for some wetter weather. So cloudy conditions continue, light winds out of the south-southwest. Our temperatures not going to be all that different from yesterday afternoon. With the cloudiness, we'll end up right around 40 degrees or so. And then heading into the evening, that's when things get more interesting as we start to see a little bit of that rain. Your Valentine's Day weekend looking like it's going to start off a little soggy. Plus, we got some mountain snow to talk about for the first time in a while coming up.
We are following some breaking news. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security hangs in the balance as lawmakers inch closer to a possible partial government shutdown.
Democrats say they won't move forward unless they see changes to President Trump's immigration crackdown. Hannah Joy's at the Breaking Now desk. Hannah, what are Democrats asking for?
Robin, Democrats want new rules. They're asking ICE agents to get a judge's signature before making an arrest, just like local police often do. And they also want agents to remove their face masks during operations.
Democrats are demanding is reasonable and it is necessary. None of what we are asking for is extreme for local law enforcement. So why don't those basic standards apply to ICE?
Despite what Democrats argue, Republicans push back, saying the courts don't have enough judges to handle that many warrants, and unmasking agents will put their safety at risk. All of this unfolds as Border Czar Tom Homan says the immigration operation in Minnesota will wrap up soon.
But I'm not going to sit here and say anybody did anything wrong and that, they were, unprofessional. I'm going to say there's some issues here. We fix those issues.
If there's another government shutdown, the impact could hit close to home, especially if you're flying. TSA agents must show up for work, but they won't get paid. Last time, many agents called out sick and security lines grew. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thank you. Parents in Washington are worried that proposed budget cuts could impact their ability to afford child care. The Working Connections Child Care Program offers a subsidy to low-income families to pay for child care. The state's proposed budget would cap the number of families eligible for the program. One expert says it could impact as many as 14,000 families. One single mom says the program helped pay for a majority of her child care costs while she was working and going to school at WSU. She says she wouldn't have been able to get back on her feet financially without it.
At the time, it was myself and 4 littles. And so I had a copay, and it was $60 a month. But $60 a month compared to $2,400 a month is a huge difference.
Parents in the program say they wouldn't be able to work if they didn't have this program. They also say there is no alternative if the program is cut. A bond measure that students in Newport campaigned for over the past few weeks has failed at the ballot box.
It would have funded much needed school renovations, but a separate programs and operations levy did pass. Now, the Newport High School building is 45 years old, and students say conditions have worsened. Burst pipes and flooding are regular occurrences here, and students often have to bundle up to stay warm in their classrooms. The school district says it qualifies for an $18 million in capital funds, but only if it can match that amount. And that's what this bond would have done.
We really did our due diligence, trying to make sure that we were asking for something that was the best use of taxpayers' funds.
Some taxpayers disagreed, saying the bond asks for too much during a tough financial time. Others wanted more information about how that money would be spent. Now district officials say they'll regroup to find ways to give students the facilities they deserve.
Good news for anyone driving to the west side this weekend. Highway 2 has reopened. The highway was damaged due to the historic flooding that took place in December. Governor Bob Ferguson says crews and contractors have been working 24 hours a day, allowing the Department of Transportation to reopen the road a whole month ahead of schedule.
We'll get ready for some high-flying winter fun this weekend in the Silver Valley because the 8th annual Extreme Ski Tour in Wallace starts today. This event fills the streets of downtown Wallace with snow and ski jumps. Skiers and snowboarders are then pulled by four-wheelers to get some massive air and show off their sick tricks. Ski Tour runs through the weekend. Sure is a lot of fun, and it's awesome that they're still doing this, even though we have had a lack of snow this year.
Yeah, so probably having to bring in snow or whatever. It's now 6:07 because they're not getting any right now.
Yeah, no.
And haven't had any for
I feel like that's been the case for everybody for, in some cases, weeks and weeks and weeks, just waiting for that pattern to change. Well, it does look like there are many signs of change in the forecast as we flip back towards winter coming up in your forecast.
We showed you this video of local firefighters saving a deer trapped on Loon Lake when it was frozen. The national recognition that crew earned coming up.
Plus $30 million spent to deport migrants to countries they're not from. A new Senate report reveals some deportations cost more than $1 million per person. We're breaking down where your tax money goes. It's right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
If you're looking for a slightly used or new all-wheel drive that gets great gas mileage for a great price, then you're going to love the all-wheel drive event at Findlay Honda Spokane, where this week they'll give you up to a $2,000 tax discount.
Howell read it all the way. Howell comes in, snap a shot, and scores! Merrick Howell is home!
Saturday, February 14th at Numerica Veterans Arena, your Spokane Chiefs play the Wenatchee Wild. Plus, the first 2,000 fans and all Rosar's Hat Trick Club members receive a limited edition Spokane Chiefs Western Conference Championship Trophy piggy bank, courtesy of Numerica Credit Union. And it's a family feast with discounted concession items at select concourse locations. Saturday, February 14th, gates at 5, puck drops at 6:05. Get your tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
Your home deserves the best. At Spokane Painting Pros, we treat your space like our own, bringing expert craftsmanship to every project. From stunning interior transformations to weather-resistant exteriors, our 5-step process ensures perfection. We'll guide you through colors and deliver flawless results. Experience the difference with fast, friendly professionals at SpokanePaintingPros.com.
People from North Idaho are built for long, snowy winters.
And so are the Subarus they drive.
With symmetrical all-wheel drive, every Subaru handles winter's toughest challenges with ease. No matter how harsh the weather gets, your Subaru stays in control.
Add heated seats and advanced safety features, and you're ready for anything winter brings.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Hey kid, give us a beat.
Make it nasty. I'm John Dorian.
Oh, you better not be.
Oh, but I am.
Nope.
Retracted. There he was, my mentor. At least he couldn't call me newbie anymore.
What can I do for you there, oldie?
Let's go.
Eagle!
It's now 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The Trump administration has spent more than $30 million to deport migrants to countries they are not from.
The estimate comes from a new report by Democrats in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Sometimes the home countries of migrants refuse to accept them, and in those cases, the U.S. can send them to other countries where deals have been made. But those agreements can cost millions of dollars. The report also says the administration often uses expensive military aircrafts to carry a small number of people. This all adds up to a high price tag for not many deportations. The report claims that there have been few that have cost more than $1 million per person.
2 people are dead, another injured in a shooting at South Carolina State University. The campus went into a lockdown last night around 9:15. Authorities have not released the identities of the victims, and so far, there's no word about a potential motive.
Well, this morning we're learning more about the victims in a deadly school shooting in remote British Columbia. 5 students between the ages of 12 and 13 died, and another is in critical condition. A staff member was also killed. Police say they were called to the home of the shooter, 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootseller, multiple times over the past few years. Calls are related to mental health and weapons. Now, Rootseller killed her mother and her stepbrother in their family home and then went to her former school and started shooting.
It's time now to plan out your day. It's going to be a cloudy one across the inland Northwest, but dry, and it's going to be one of the drier days it looks like we're going to have for a little while. So enjoy while it is here. We've really had quite a beautiful week around the inland Northwest. That begins to end, though, as we get into tonight with some scattered rain and more wet weather on the way for Valentine's Day.
Matt, thanks. Hey, firefighters in Stevens County are being recognized for their heroics in saving this deer stranded on frozen Loon Lake last month. PETA says it is bestowing its Compassionate Fire Department Award to Stevens County Fire District 1 for that rescue. The nonprofit says the award includes a framed certificate along with some vegan chocolates.
Wow, that's still such an impressive rescue there.
Yeah.
Wow. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
People trust badges and uniforms, but criminals exploit that trust. New legislation aims to protect Washingtonians from fake officers. Up next, the proposed changes and the debate surrounding them.
First, let's take a live look before we go to a break at Washington Water Power Building on this Friday morning. We've got some lights lighting up the sky, some of them pink and purple for Valentine's Day. Looking very beautiful out there. We'll see you right after this break.
KXLY Plus is now streaming free over the air on KXLY 4.5. The latest headlines, breaking news, and new original local programs you won't find anywhere else. KXLY Plus, powered by 4 News Now and free over the air. All day, every day on KXLY 4.5.
When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just 1 dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
When it comes to travel, you're a winner. That's why when you sit behind a crying baby, it stops being such a baby. And that's why you rent with National, where you can choose a car and go.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Did you or someone you know live, work, or enjoy time in Lincoln County, Montana at least 10 years ago? If so, you may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. 1 in 4 screened have developed an asbestos-related disease. Hope is here. The Center for Asbestos-Related Disease, CARD, in Libby, provides free screenings, care, and resources to those impacted by asbestos exposure. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Contact the CARD Clinic.
How do you keep performing at a high level when you're a man over 40? By taking Manpower. Manpower helps your body produce and conserve your own natural testosterone for a healthy sex life and positive mental attitude. Experience a vibrant, active life again with the energy and drive of a younger you. Manpower is available at any Mother's Cupboard location, Lincoln Heights, North Point Plaza, or University Road in the Valley.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we're making it easier than ever to upgrade your home's hot water system with our Water Heater Warehouse Blowout Sale. Right now, save $499 on a new water heater and installation. And ask about a descaler that will prolong the life of your water heater. And with 0% financing for up to 18 months, you can enjoy comfort and efficiency today with payments that fit your budget. Gold Seal Plumbing is family owned and trusted since 1967. So call today. We're on our way.
The President's Day sale is on now at Walker's, where you get a double or triple sales tax discount. Or with no money down, no interest financing until 2031. Create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Make the most of your tax return at Walker's.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. Impersonating a law enforcement officer in Washington can soon involve higher consequences and more specific rules.
That is after a bill recently passed in the House of Representatives. Natalie Keller breaks down the proposed law and the mixed opinions surrounding it.
It's already illegal to impersonate law enforcement in the state, but now it could become a gross misdemeanor. That could mean up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $5,000. The bill also specifies that people are not allowed to impersonate officers by making or wearing a badge or other identifying markers. Governor Bob Ferguson has been advocating for this change, saying in a post on X today that it will deter people from impersonating ICE agents. Some representatives agreed, saying the bill will protect people from being tricked.
Most people will not question when somebody is wearing a badge, claims to be an officer, or creates the impression of having law enforcement authority. Mr. Speaker, that stems from trust. Unfortunately, it's that trust that is being exploited.
Not everyone was on board. Some argued the bill's language is too ambiguous, making it difficult to consistently enforce. Republicans raised questions on whether the definition of federal peace officer in the legislation would include ICE agents.
This is absolutely not something that I can support. Should we absolutely be supporting our law enforcement? Yes, but Mr. Speaker, we wouldn't be in this position if we were already following federal law.
The bill still needs approval in the Senate before heading to the governor's desk. Natalie Keller, 4 News Now.
And of course, we'll keep you updated as that moves through here.
All right, at 6:18, a live look this morning at the Pavilion in downtown Spokane, where we are gearing up for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
It's going to be busy downtown. Trying to get a reservation in this town right now for Saturday. I looked a week and a half ago, nothing.
Yeah, and then you were talking about it, so I looked in Coeur d'Alene. Same thing. It's tough out there.
Especially Valentine's Day on a Saturday.
That's why I always cook at home for Valentine's Day.
Which I'm going to now.
Yeah. Well, perhaps you may not have a choice, and you can follow along with my example.
There you go.
What are you making?
So I haven't figured it out quite yet, but I do know about the dessert.
Oh,
I do know about the dessert here. So
Tasha, close your ears if it's a surprise.
Yeah, so the actual main course may be a surprise, which is why I'm not going to reveal too much here.
Okay.
But we're starting from the dessert, and we're working our way backwards, right? Right. So 32 degrees right now. Keeping an eye out for a little bit of fog this morning, but at least so far, it looks like things have been pretty clear. Definitely going to watch around the West Plains, though. You can see a little bit of shimmer on the horizon here, so sometimes we can get that fog to pop up very briefly just before the sun comes up around the airport here this morning. We are going to go up to around 40 degrees this afternoon. We're going to keep our cloudiness in store for us throughout the day today, so not a whole lot of sunshine after a couple nice days of sun. And then in the evening, we're going to see a little bit of wet weather roll in. So let's track that for you, because we are going to have a bit of a wet start, and in some places a bit of a wet finish as well of Valentine's Day. So here's about 7 p.m. The first round of light rain moves into the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We see off and on rain throughout the night. Now, depending on exactly where this kind of region of rain sets up, it looks like it's most likely going to be either right on the edge of I-90 or just to the south of the interstate here. And so that's going to mean it's going to be kind of off and on for the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. If it sets up a little bit further north, obviously that story changes. But the best chances for rain are going to be around Pullman, Moscow, into the Lewiston area, and then points to the south here as we go through the afternoon and even into the evening as well. Now, by the time we get into kind of mid-late evening, I expect that most places are going to clear out, and then everybody's going to be cleared out by the time we get to Sunday morning, where we'll just see the occasional light shower, which will be snow in the mountains and then rain in the valleys. Snow level is going to be about 3,000 feet through the weekend. As we head into Monday morning, the next system arrives. This is going to be a colder one, and so we are going to start with a little bit of rain-snow mix around the Columbia Basin, with snow falling over mountain passes and slowing down travel once again. A huge deal here with what's going on for our local ski hills this weekend, as we see pretty much everybody get into the 4 to 8 inch range. A chance in the Selkirks and around Scotchman Peak for a little bit more. For example, as you get into the northern Panhandle in northwest Montana, some of those bigger, taller mountains there. Look, this is just really nice to see, and there is more to come after this weekend. We should have really some nice fresh snow here if you are headed up to the slopes. As I mentioned, for this weekend, snow level is about 3,000 feet. As we head into next week, as temperatures continue to cool and we see cool system after cool system after cool system follow each other, now our snow levels are dropping down to the valley floors. Now our temperatures are at the point, starting about this time next week, where it is all snow, even if it does maybe stick in the morning and still melt in the afternoon a little bit. And that's what we see all the time here in February, especially now heading into the second half of the month. But still, that's going to be a lot more winter weather than we have seen in a long time. So everybody be ready for those winter driving conditions, especially on the morning commutes next week.
Gotta remember what that's like to drive in snow. I mean, it's been so long.
We think we've had that we've had to deal with that since all that snow at the beginning of January. So it's been a while.
All right.
I really want to know what he's having for dessert, so I can't stop thinking about it.
In the break, Matt.
It's now 6:22.
Gonzaga women stay hot with another conference win. Washington State preps for a weekend before facing off against the Zags.
And the Governor's Cup rivalry between Idaho and Boise State gets a 2031 revival date. That's coming up next in Morning Sports. And let's take a live look this morning at the Pavilion in Riverfront Park. Happy Friday.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Thinking of updating my kitchen?
Yeah?
Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
And over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus $1,000 trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help. So I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Before it's your York air conditioner, it belongs to Chad Peachin, who inspects and tests every unit on the line. And Ricky Howard, whose leak testing process is 99.9% accurate. And Sid Castile, who checks for fabrication flaws down to ridiculous tolerances. You see, before you buy it, they own it. So if you want something really well built, you want a York. Built here. Built right. Built by York.
The time to buy is now.
Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis. Online at rnrrv.com.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. Gonzaga faced San Diego Toreros last night, a team coming off a win that snapped 4 straight losses, but the Zags have a 62-2 all-time record against USD heading into this game. Starting off the opening minutes, Lauren Whitaker getting the Rock back at the free throw line. No one open, so she's just going to drive it herself. 2-on-1. Whitaker does not care. 2 more for the Zags. GU up 7 in the second quarter. Kylie Ray with the quick firing for the Toreros. Ball rolls on in. San Diego cuts into the lead. Gonzaga back on the attack. Whitaker way too open down low. Another 2 for the likely WCC Freshman of the Year. But now in the third quarter, Ray gets the pass off the inbound. Another rolling shot falls. 6-point game. Still a single-digit game. Zags won by 45 in their last meeting. Whitaker again, what a play to draw the foul. Her 19-point 12-rebound performance helped lift the Zags to a 66-56 win. Washington State almost knocked off the Portland Pilots last night, starting the first quarter up 14-2, but a 29-point second-half surge brought Portland the halftime lead. The Cougs outshot the Pilots over the night by 51-37%, but 19 turnovers and 10 allowed threes let this game slip away. Wazoo drops to 4-10 in conference play, 5-22 overall. They have the weekend off to prep for Gonzaga in Spokane, just 6 days away. Series is back. Idaho and Boise State football renewing one of the best Northwest rivalries with a showdown in the Gem State Capitol coming in 2031. The Vandals have not bested the Broncos since 1998 as Boise State owns the previous 12 games in the series, including this last 2010 battle, and has never surrendered the Governor's Cup. The schools created it in 2001. Hate to wait that long for the game, but should be great when it happens. Thanks for watching Morning Sports. Make sure to tune in tonight at 6 on Nightside for more sports updates.
I mean, what's 5 more years at this point?
Yeah. Gosh, isn't that hard to believe that 2031 is only 5 years away?
I know.
Wow. It's now 6:27.
We have new developments this morning in the search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie. The FBI doubles the reward to $100,000 as investigators reveal new details about the masked suspect. The latest on the 13-day search is coming up.
Plus, Idaho lawmakers debate a controversial bathroom bill that would regulate who can use what facilities in government buildings and private businesses. The measure requires people to use bathrooms that match their biological sex. We have the latest on the heated debate next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
How would you like one of the best hot tubs made right here in the United States at savings up to 20% off during the President's Day holiday sale? Plus, get a sales tax discount.
Well, right now, you can at Quality Spa Spokane.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com. It's a 4-day price crash. Today through Monday at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene. As Cal loads up the lots full of hot buys and is offering up to 110% trade-in value for your old ride. Plus delaying all payments until April 1st so you can get a new upgraded vehicle and pay less with incredible financing. Get your new vehicle this week at Cal.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicks off this half hour with some stories people are talking about today.
Take a look at this video. Surveillance video shows a large sinkhole appearing at a suburban railway construction site in Shanghai, China. The metro operator said it was triggered by a water leak. As you can see, it expands here, taking equipment along with it. Thankfully, no casualties are reported.
That's incredible. And did you see the Ring doorbell ad during the Super Bowl promoting a feature that scans footage from Ring cameras in your neighborhood to find lost dogs? Well, that ad is sparking controversy. Some people online questioning if the feature could also be used to search for people. Critics are vowing to stop using the company's products altogether. Ring says the feature was built with, quote, strong privacy protections from the start, saying it can find only lost dogs and has no capability to find people. Users can opt out of that feature. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Friday, February 13th, a day before Valentine's Day, but Friday the 13th as well. We got meteorologist Matt Gray standing by with your first alert forecast. Matt, no cracks today.
No.
No ladders.
No mirrors.
Mirrors.
Oh,
yeah.
Mirrors?
Broken mirrors.
Oh,
No broken
mirrors.
ones. Yeah.
Oh,
Line them up.
Well, I'm probably out of luck then, so it's been nice knowing you guys. 30 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Spokane, mostly cloudy skies. That's helping us keep away from some of the fog here, so pretty easy morning commute to wrap up our week here. Lots of cloudiness that we'll experience today. As you can see, some of these kind of high elevation, tall, cold clouds beginning to move across our region, and that explains the coloration here in this enhanced nighttime satellite image here. We also have rain, at least over on the west side. Surprise, surprise. It happens a lot, obviously. But we are going to see some of this moisture across the mountains here, and so we are going to be looking for this evening to see a little bit of rain in your forecast. And as we head towards 7, 8 o'clock, a little bit of light rain. Before that, looking pretty dry here. Overall, a pretty nice Friday, just without the sunshine that we've seen over the last 3 days or so. Even less sun than what we saw yesterday, not being able to get through some of those clouds. For this weekend, wet weather for Valentine's Day, and things get even more interesting after the weekend. We'll take a closer look coming up.
We are following some breaking news. Let's take a look. We've got new images this morning of the armed masked man seen on a doorbell camera outside the home of Nancy Guthrie. He's about 5'9" to 5'10" with an average build. Investigators also found black gloves not far from the house, and they're testing them, but no word yet if they're tied to the case.
We don't know if the gloves are actually evidence or not, but those are going to be tested. They're going to be looked at compared to the video to see if they are the same gloves.
That wasn't. On top of that, police reported that a vehicle was seen near Nancy Street between 9:30 and 11 a.m. on January 31st, the day before she went missing. The FBI has now doubled the reward in this case to $100,000. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, right now in Washington, people wrongfully convicted of a crime are legally entitled to compensation.
But in the 12 years since that law was passed, only 9 people have received compensation. Senate Bill 5520 aims to change that, removing some of the barriers currently in place. One way is by changing the time allowed to file for compensation from 3 years to 6. This gives people time to prove they were found not guilty at a new trial or the charges were dismissed because of new evidence, which is required by law in the state. So far, the bill's been passed through committees and is waiting on a second reading.
Idaho lawmakers are debating a bill that would regulate who can use what bathrooms in government buildings and private businesses. House Bill 607 states that multi-stall bathrooms must be designated as male or female only, and that people use the facilities that correspond with their biological sex. The bill also requires private businesses to take reasonable steps to protect customers from people of the opposite sex in restrooms. If not, they can be held liable.
When the business owner is notified that someone is violating the policy, just enforce the policy, right? And if that requires having someone trespass off or asking them to leave, that's all a business owner would need to do under the duty of care.
Opponents argue that the bill shifts legal and financial risk to businesses and creates additional scrutiny for transgender people. Critics say legislation fails to prevent crime while potentially increasing harassment.
I walk into the men's restroom. Which of you will call the cops on me? Or is it more likely that the cops will be called if I walk into the women's restroom because of how I look? This bill is anti-safety, it is anti-privacy, and is anti-business.
The bill now heads to the House floor, where it still needs to be approved there and in the Senate.
The Latah County prosecutor says he will not file charges in a fight outside the Phi Delta Theta fraternity at the University of Idaho in September. Investigators say DoorDash driver Austin Dawson and fraternity member Aerith Chavez agreed to fight after a basketball hit Dawson's car. Witnesses say Dawson swung first, and doctors determined his injuries came from being tackled and hitting his head on the pavement, not from being punched. That case is now closed.
A 70-year-old Spokane man with a history of DUIs has now been sentenced to 9 months in jail for hitting a 6-year-old boy while driving drunk. Police say John Lassie's blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit last August when he veered off of Calvin Road and hit a child on a bike, then crashed into a house. The boy suffered some serious injuries and is still receiving treatment.
This is the newest addition to the Spokane Police Department's K-9 unit. It's Bruin. He's described as an energetic 2-year-old pup from the Netherlands. Bruin and his handler, Detective Tiffany Austin, recently went through a 10-week school in Alabama and are now a certified explosives detection team.
Aw, got a
job.
Important job for that one. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:36.
Back over to meteorologist Matt Gray with what we're seeing out there, and we are seeing some sun.
It's nice to have a nice sunrise, so we are going to get a little bit of that here around the LC Valley and the south side of the Palouse, where the clouds haven't quite made their way down quite yet. That will change later on today, so you can see a little sun trying to sneak through underneath the clouds. This morning in Spokane, look at your forecast for the weekend coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, dental care in Spokane requires a month-long wait. But Eastern Washington University plans to change that with a new clinic. How the expanded facility addresses the access problem. Just ahead.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Andy's Heating, Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority, from installation to repair and even preventative maintenance. Andy's Heating, Cooling, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
At Finley Honda Spokane, we're more than just Spokane's Honda store.
We are your friends and neighbors, which is why we have no gimmicks or add-ons. What you see is what you get.
And this week, during our all-wheel drive sale, we'll give you a sales tax discount up to $2,000 off any new or used all-wheel drive, as well as all HRVs and CRV hybrids that get some of the best gas mileage on the road today. This week at Finley Honda Spokane.
Welcome to Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered.
I'd say going through TMS therapy really hit me with a sense of relief. I didn't know that I could feel this good again. I can actually find this, joy and peace in things again, and it's been incredible.
It was as though I was out of this darkness, literally, but I feel 100% better. I feel like I'm myself.
There is hope for stubborn depression and anxiety. Call today for a free consultation.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
Your time is 6:39. Getting dental care in Spokane can be a month-long wait.
But Eastern Washington University hopes to change that with a new clinic funded by a major grant. Starting next January, Eastern's Dental Hygiene Clinic will operate from the Sear Building on the Spokane Health Peninsula campus. The move is funded by $1 million from Delta Dental of Washington and $10.5 million from the Washington State Legislature. The clinic offers 46 chairs and serves patients who struggle to find affordable dental care.
We can take people who don't have insurance, and our fees are at a great decrease compared to what they would find in private practice.
There are 80 students in the school's dental hygiene program. The clinic provides students with hands-on experience while addressing Spokane's dental care access problem.
The House of Representatives just passed a voter ID bill, which would require people to prove they are a citizen before they vote. House Republicans are calling this bill the Save America Act. The GOP says this would prevent voter fraud and ensure that only Americans can vote. Here in Washington, Congressman Dan Newhouse and Michael Baumgartner say they support it, while Senator Patty Murray posted on X she believes the SAVE Act is voter suppression. Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs shared his thoughts on the bill.
They had the votes to pass it out of the House barely, and they had less votes this time than last time, and it's not going anywhere in the Senate. And so we're going to keep fighting. We're going to talk to our legislators and our 2 U.S. senators, and I'm sure that secretaries of state across the United States will be doing the same thing.
Yesterday, Speaker Mike Johnson shared that the act is, quote, essential to maintaining our constitutional republic.
It's time now to plan out your day. Cloudiness throughout the day, and we're seeing quite a bit of that right now as the sun's coming up. That continues through this afternoon. We'll start to see some changes going into this evening with scattered rain.
Well, a new food cart is bringing the taste of Cuba to Spokane. Recetas Cubanos is now open 3 days a week at a few different locations all around town. Their Cuban sandwich features marinated pork, pickles, and cheese on pressed bread. Yum. Owner Jeremy Abraham says that the pork recipe is a family secret. You can find Recetas Cubanos on Solnick's on Tuesdays, Cinder on Thursdays, and Bellwether Brewing on Saturdays. You can't beat a good family recipe Cuban sandwich.
Look at that.
Yum.
Tummy's growling now. It's now 6:42.
Team USA dominates on the ice, but is struggling on the snow at the Winter Olympics. Hockey teams remain undefeated while Chloe Kim falls short of history in snowboarding. We got the mixed results from the games coming up right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, you can shop the same great prices you'd find in store, and we bring the groceries right to you, so you can catch more family time. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Howell read it all the way. How comes in? Snap a shot and scores! Merrick Howell is home.
Saturday, February 14th at Numerica Veterans Arena, your Spokane Chiefs play the Wenatchee Wild. Plus, the first 2,000 fans and all Rosar's Hat Trick Club members receive a limited edition Spokane Chiefs Western Conference Championship Trophy piggy bank, courtesy of Numerica Credit Union. And it's a family feast with discounted concession items at select concourse locations. Saturday, February 14th, gates at 5, puck drops at 6:05. Get your tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's my Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
The President's Day sale is on now at Walker's, where you get a double or triple sales tax discount. Or with no money down, no interest financing until 2031. Create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Make the most of your tax return at Walker's.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Well,
qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Equinox models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Colville Toyota.
Welcome back. Just about 6:45. It's been a successful first week of the Olympics on the ice for Team USA.
But not so much in the snow. We got Alex Stone from ABC reporting.
U.S. hockey dominance continues at the Winter Olympics. The women remain undefeated, and the U.S. men opened with a statement win, beating Latvia 5-1. Brock Nelson scored twice, with 4 of his teammates adding 2 assists each. The U.S. men play again Saturday night against Denmark. Taking silver in women's halfpipe after wiping out. Kim injured her shoulder 4 weeks ago. She says that makes this medal mean that much more.
A month ago, I wasn't even sure if I would be here. And so, God, I could get emotional thinking about it, but I really worked so hard to get here. And so this medal means so much to me.
Jessie Diggins pushing through a rib injury as she took the bronze in women's 10-kilometer cross-country skiing. With that finish, she now holds onto the record for the most Olympic medals in U.S. cross-country skiing history. When it comes to that injury, she said,
"It's easy to feel sorry for yourself, but at the same time, it's more natural to feel like, wow, I'm really lucky that I still get to be here and I still get to do this. And that is incredible."
Curler Rich Ruodin is officially the oldest U.S. Winter Olympian ever after taking part in Team USA's 8-3 curling loss to Switzerland on Thursday. Ruodin is 54 years old. Controversy in skeleton, Ukraine's Vladislav Haraskevich disqualified. Officials say he could have worn a black armband instead.
I really wanted to see him race today. It's been an emotional morning.
Haraskevich maintains he did not violate any rules and says he remains hopeful for another miracle on ice as he appeals his Winter Olympic ban before the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Certainly has us talking, though.
That's for sure. Wow. Well, here's a live look at the start to our morning here. This is a pretty shot. You can see the river just roaring. Look at downtown Spokane.
Yeah, as we are, just moments away, actually, about 10 minutes, 11 minutes away from sunrise.
Yeah, getting pretty close here now, coming just slightly before 7 o'clock. So nice to see, nice to see. Always a sign that we're getting into late winter and that spring's around the corner when we start to see those earlier sunrises. And we get to talk about them during this program. Haven't had that opportunity for a little bit. So a little daylight out there, 30 in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Spokane. Not going to see a whole lot of sunshine, or at least bright sunshine today. It'll be through any breaks in the clouds, as we're expecting a mostly cloudy day across the inland northwest. Eventually, by this evening, that's going to turn into a little bit of rain. Expecting some light showers here as we head towards kind of 6, 7, 8 o'clock around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We will begin as early as about midday or so to see notable snowfall across the Cascades. So Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, both areas where we got to keep an eye on things in that department. And we'll see Lookout Pass snow begin overnight and then last through much of the day on Saturday. It's going to be largely areas south of I-90 that see the bulk of the rain throughout the day. Up near the U.S.-Canada border, just the occasional shower through your Valentine's Day. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, because of course they are right in the middle. So it's going to really depend on exactly where this kind of region of precipitation sets up, just how long we see wet weather through the day. But you should plan for some soggy conditions from time to time for your Valentine's Day plans around the I-90 corridor. Sunday is looking like a far drier day, just the occasional mountain snow shower in North Idaho and the Blue Mountains. Then as we go into Monday, a bunch of changes here. Cold enough that the next system is going to start off as a rain-snow mix in the morning. It'll eventually flip back to rain by the afternoon on Monday. But here's what we have for the weekend for travel. As you can see, we're going to start to begin to see winter travel conditions on mountain passes, and that is not just for the weekend. It's also going to continue into next week. We have multiple rounds of cold air that are going to keep bringing in the moisture with them as well. And so we have kind of 3 phases here, right? We have this weekend where it's pretty much all rain in the valleys. Then we have the little winter mix in the morning, a flip to rain in the afternoon for Monday, Tuesday. Mostly snow in some of the higher northern valleys where it's going to stay consistently colder. And then by the time we get to the middle of the week, it is all snow as another round of cold air begins to come in. So that's kind of our third phase that we're taking a look at there. And you can see the breakdown here. We go from the rain to the mix to the snow. By the time we get to next week, it is going to feel more like winter than it has felt in a long time around here. So be ready for that and be ready for the morning sprint after these messages.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
We're here to win.
Oh my gosh!
Is this on your bucket list? Win big at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel, proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball.
It's the big President's Day sale this week at Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, where we specially priced down all saunas, 2-person hot tubs, and family-style hot tubs, up to 20% off. Plus, this week, there's no sales tax. That's right, we'll give you a discount equal to your sales tax. Or you can take advantage of your long-term financing, so you can sit back and relax in your new hot tub today and pay for it later. This week at Quality Spa Spokane.
If you haven't started your New Year's resolutions yet, there's still time to get moving at Move Fitness.
Whether you're just starting out or you're ready to shake up your workouts for better results by jumping into a free class or setting up a plan with one of our certified trainers, Move Fitness has the staff and equipment to help you reach your fitness goals.
So this year, don't just wish for it, work for it, and commit to get fit at Move Fitness.
Mother's Cupboard, we are your hometown nutrition store in business for 47 years. Why? Because we sell only the highest quality nutritional supplements at the lowest prices. And we have the most knowledgeable staff to answer all your questions. Come into any of our Mother's Cupboard stores, Lincoln Heights next to Trader Joe's, North Point Plaza next to Total Wine, or University Road in the Valley.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we've kept that title every year since. Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint.
Partly cloudy days today with a little bit of rain showers later tonight. We got meteorologist Matt Gray with a look at your forecast.
But first, Hannah Joy in studio with details on funding for the Department of Homeland Security as lawmakers inch closer to a possible partial government shutdown.
And Hannah, what are the Democrats asking for in order to move this forward?
Natalie, Democrats want new rules. They're asking agents, ICE agents in particular, to get a judge's signature before making an arrest. And they're also wanting agents to remove their face masks during operations. Despite what Democrats want, Republicans push back, saying the courts don't have enough judges to handle that many warrants. And unmasking agents will put their safety at risk. If the government shuts down again, the impact could hit close to home, especially if you're flying. For updates on DHS funding, tune in to Good Morning America.
It's going to be a cloudier day around the inland northwest. It already is, but that has helped keep some of the fogginess that we saw the last couple of days down. So looking like a pretty easy morning commute. Temperatures are hovering just at freezing or slightly above. Let's go through your day. We're going to stay in the 30s here through the morning with this cloudy sky. Light wind out of the south or southwest. Things not really changing all that much. We'll end up right around 40 degrees this afternoon, and we'll be looking for a few light rain showers this evening.
Good news for anyone driving to the west side. Highway 2 has reopened. The highway was damaged due to historic flooding that took place in December. Governor Bob Ferguson says crews and contractors have been working 24 hours a day, allowing the Department of Transportation to reopen the road a whole month ahead of schedule.
Well, right now in Washington, people wrongfully convicted of a crime are legally entitled to compensation. But in the 12 years since this law was passed, only 9 people have received that compensation. Senate Bill 5520 is aiming to change that, removing some of the barriers currently in place. One way is by changing the time allowed to file for compensation from 3 years to 6. So far, that bill has passed through committees and is now waiting on a second reading.
The Latah County prosecutor says he will not file charges in a fight outside the Phi Delta Theta fraternity at the U of I in September. Investigators say DoorDash driver Austin Dawson and fraternity member Arith Chavez agreed to fight after a basketball hit Dawson's car. Witnesses say Dawson swung first, and doctors determined his injuries came from being tackled and hitting his head on the pavement, not from being punched. That case is now closed.
A 70-year-old Spokane man with a history of DUIs has now been sentenced to 9 months in jail for hitting a 6-year-old boy while driving drunk. Police say John Lassie's blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit last August when he veered off of Calvin Road and hit the child on a bike. He then crashed into a house. The boy suffered some serious injuries and is still receiving treatment.
Parents in Washington are worried that proposed budget cuts could impact their ability to afford child care. The Working Connections Child Care Program offers a subsidy to low-income families to pay for child care. The state's proposed budget would cap the number of families eligible for the program. Parents in the program say they wouldn't be able to work if they didn't have this program. They also say there is no alternative if those cuts happen.
A bond measure that students in Newport campaigned for over the last few weeks has failed at the ballot box. It would have funded much needed high school renovations, but a separate programs and operations levy did pass. The Newport High School building is 45 years old, and students say conditions have worsened. To read more about this and all the special election results, you can go to KXLY.com/forthepeople.
Idaho lawmakers are debating a bill that would regulate who can use what bathrooms in government buildings and private businesses. House Bill 607 states that multi-stall bathrooms must be designated as male or female only, and that people use the facilities that correspond with their biological sex. Opponents argue the bill shifts legal and financial risk to businesses and creates additional scrutiny for transgender people. The bill heads to the House floor, where it still needs to be approved there and in the Senate.
The House of Representatives just passed a voter ID bill which would require people to prove that they're a citizen before they vote. House Republicans are calling this bill the Save America Act. The GOP says it would prevent voter fraud and ensure that only Americans can vote. Here in Washington, Congressman Dan Newhouse and Michael Baumgartner say they both support it, while Senator Patty Murray posted on X that she believes the SAVE Act is voter suppression.
And get ready for some high-flying winter fun this weekend in the Silver Valley. The 8th annual Extreme Ski Tour in Wallace starts today. The event fills the streets of downtown Wallace with snow and ski jumps. Ski Tour runs through the weekend.
And we'll be back with a final check of our weather with meteorologist Matt Gray. It's coming up right after this commercial break.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops.
One call, that's all means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Got a little bit of sunshine peeking through here on what will end up being a cloudy and dry Friday the 13th across the inland northwest. Now, there is going to be a little bit of wet weather for Valentine's Day, but if you love skiing or snowboarding, well, you're going to love this weekend. Finally going to get some good mountain snow, and more is to come. In fact, it'll be cold enough next week that we got to be ready for winter driving conditions.
Well, we have sure loved having you with us here today as we kick off Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, we sure do. We hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you throughout GMA with live local updates.